Hey guys, it's your girl, Yeah Pretty, and this is my very first YouTube video, and I'm so excited because I'm going to start off my very first YouTube video with the story time. So I'm not going to give y'all a whole bunch of introduction and a whole bunch of babble, and I'm going to just get right to it. So I'm dating this boy, and he's amazing. He looks good. We have good conversations. So I tell my cousin, because my cousin is the go-to for all information on who's dating who's friends with who. So I go to her and I tell her, listen, I'm dating this dude. Let's call him Joshua. So I tell my cousin, I'm like, I'm dating Joshua. Give me all the tea. She gives me the tea. She tells me that he has a pregnant ex-girlfriend. Yes. His ex-girlfriend is pregnant, and he never told me that. Which I wasn't mad because, that's not the first thing you say when you talk to somebody. You don't know if that relationship is going to last, so you just tend not to really that's not really something you say, when you're just dating somebody. That could kind of scare them away, and you don't even know if you're going to be with them for long. So I understood why he didn't tell me. So it's Saturday night, we're getting ready to go to the hookah lounge and go see a movie. And he got his Gucci top on, his Gucci pouch, his Gucci belt, his Gucci slides. I'm like, okay, Daddy, you looking real nice. So I'm in my robe, I'm procrastinating, I'm on Snapchat because I had posted videos earlier and he was in the video but his face wasn't in it, his body was in it. So I usually don't open my Snapchat, so I opened it this time, and some girl Snapchats me, and she's like, how can you date somebody who has a pregnant ex-girlfriend? Like, what type of person are you? So I'm like, the first thing I say, I was like, stack your bread, go get money. Because if you was getting money, if you was doing something productive with your life, you wouldn't be in my Snapchat, So in my head, I'm like, the baby mother sent her friends to come Snapchat me. So let's give the baby mother a name. Let's call her Betty for bitter. Betty. Let's call her Betty. So Betty sends her friends to come, press me. And you ain't gonna press me, sweetie. You're bugging. Okay, so I tell the friend, let's call the friend Ashley. So I tell Ashley, listen, I gave her my address, not the street address. I gave her, the area where I live in. So I was like, come see me if there's a problem. Obviously, I wasn't gonna fight her, but that's just me. Like, you're not gonna press me. You know what I'm saying? Either you want to fight or you're gonna squash it or whatever the case, but you're not gonna do that. So I'm tight. I'm definitely tight at that moment. At that moment, I really didn't even want to go out with him. I show him. I'm like, look what's going on. Look. So he's like, oh, she's corny. So, at that point, obviously he tells me, and he's like, listen, I have a baby mother, blah blah blah. But I didn't really care because I really didn't see myself, with him for long, long as in marriage and kids and stuff like that. We're young, we're dating. It wasn't really a big deal to me. And I'm like, how does she, now I'm talking to him like, yo, how does he know about me? Like, we just started dating. Like, how does, she know about me? He's like, I told her. I'm like, why would you tell her? Like, that's kind of like a dumb idea. Like, it's kind of a dumb idea. And he was like, well, she's not my girl, and I'm going to tell her that I'm seeing somebody else. I'm like, well, you would have to give her my Snapchat and, give her my social media. You could have just, said it with just, so he was like, I was like, all right, whatever. So, I'm tight, but I didn't really let that get to me. So, I'm still procrastinating, I go on Instagram and I go on activities and I see that he liked a comment under a picture of me and him. So I'm like, who's posting us? I ain't post you on Instagram. You didn't post me, so who's posting us? So it's a screenshot from my Snapchat and the caption goes, my followers be on it. Look at this ugly hole with Joshua, blah blah blah. So in my head, I'm like, you're lying, bitch, you're lying, because we don't know the same people. We don't know mutual friends. We in two different areas. You know what I'm saying? There's no way. And plus, my face wasn't really in the picture. His face wasn't really. His face was actually blocked out. So there's no way an outsider looking in knows what's going on. So we know that you went on someone else's page. You went on somebody else's Snapchat, someone else's page, probably your friends, screenshotted it and made it seem like somebody's going to report to you. I don't know why somebody would report to you. You know, you're not his girlfriend. You're not his bitch. So I really don't understand how that really worked out. So I'm reading the comments, and the comment goes, I'm reading through. It's like 100 comments. Girl, I ain't reading 100 comments. You're bugging. I'm just scrolling down, just like going through it real quick, you know, like going like that, like skimming through, you know, skimming through the comments. So I'm skimming through the comments, and they're like, oh, this bitch is mad ugly. He downgraded, blah, blah, blah. Mind you, these are people who have like 20 followers. They're about to get mad over 20 followers. You're bugging. So she's hyping them up. She's like, yeah. So he likes a comment that one of his friends had posted. And he was like, listen, you're childish. What are you doing all this for? You're doing all this extra shit. Like, come on, grow up. You're how old? So I'm tight. Okay, I'm livid at that moment. I want to bug out. I wanted to comment so bad. Oh my God, I was tight. So he's like, Crystal. Like, he keeps calling me, you know, he's sitting on the chair, I'm sitting on the bed, and he's like, Crystal. So he's calling my name. After the 15th time of calling my name, this is exactly how I was, right? Mind you, I'm pissed. And this is how my tone was. I was like, yes. He's like, what's wrong? I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, you're not talking to me. I've been calling your name for like the past 30 minutes, and you're not calling my name. I'm calling your name, and you're not answering me. What's going on? What's wrong with you? Nothing's wrong with me. What made you think like something's wrong with me? He's like, well, you're not getting dressed. You're not in the shower, right? Like, you know, he keeps going on or whatever. And so I'm like, what do you want me to say to you? There's nothing. Like, I'm so calm because I'm like, you know what? Sometimes when you're mad, you say things, you do things you don't mean. So I didn't want to do nothing that I was going to regret in the future. So later on that night, he ends up falling asleep. Obviously, the whole plans that we had for that night were canceled, clearly. So, you know, I grab his phone. Actually, I tell him to unlock his phone. He gives me his phone with no problem. I was like, good. So he gives me his phone. I'm going through his messages, and basically, like, the baby mother is just, like, talking crap about me. She's like, oh, have fun with your new bitch, and blah, blah, blah. And, you know, just feeding for him. Like, she was just being a thirst bucket for him. And she's like, oh, remember when you used to be relationship goals? And he's like, we were never relationship goals. And I was like, good. That's what you get for trying to ruin him. Trying to ruin his relationship. Like, what are you doing? Like, you're so corny for that. So I go on his Instagram and I post a video of us. Honestly, it was to get her mad because, first of all, you're not gonna post me on your page and talk crap about me. Like, you're not gonna do that. You're not gonna play disrespect and then expect me to be like, oh yeah, brush it off. No, and I do need to stop letting females get under my skin. But you know what? You're not gonna play disrespect. You're not gonna do that. Like, you don't know who I am, and I don't know who you are. You're not gonna just do that to me. Like, you're bugging. So, I post us, and she goes crazy in his DM. She's like, oh, child support is gonna be a bitch. Oh, I'm about to get your ass. You about to be on child support. And in my head, I'm like, you're using an innocent child to keep a dude around. I don't think y'all heard me. She's using an innocent child that's not even here yet. Innocent unborn child to keep a dude. And she's doing it on a spite because he's moving on with his life. That's just so sad. It's just like, don't y'all females know having a baby by a dude is not going to keep him? I know y'all heard that saying before. So I feel bad for him. You know, I definitely feel bad for him because I'm like, you know, look at him trying to move on with his life, and, you know, you have this delusional, crazy baby mother that just won't leave you alone. So she's going on social media. She's still going on Instagram. She's still going off. She's like, oh, he ate my ass and he did this and that and the third to me and blah blah blah. And he wakes up. I wake him up. I'm like, yo, your baby mother is crazy. So me and him is laughing. He's like, yo, she tripping. You know, we were just laughing. He was like, it was so crazy because she thought like I was getting mad, but I wasn't getting mad. I was just mad at the fact that she sat there and used child support and used the baby on him, and that was the only thing I was mad about, because I feel like, no, that you should never do that to a man. You should never put child support to try to get him and do that shit out of spite. Like, that's just so wrong on so many levels. So whatever. So I don't know why I keep laughing. It's just so funny because I never experienced something like this, and I never knew how crazy females are and how spiteful and how they ain't shit. Like, I was like, I can't believe I'm a girl, and you know what, we have other girls doing. Like, I just couldn't believe this. Like, I couldn't believe it. Like, my species is just like so messed up. So I go back home, and so I'm home and stuff like that. So I told one of my friends, I'm like, follow her on Snapchat, not to like bully her or anything. I just wanted to know if she was like talking crap about me. You know, I just wanted to know that if she was still, you know, throwing shots at me, because that's what you're not going to do. Like, you're not going to throw shots and I'm going to sit there and be quiet. So, of course, she continues to throw shots at me. And I'm just like, girl, like, you need to get it together. Like, don't be mad at me. Be mad at your nigga. Be mad at your baby father. Be mad at him for not wanting you. Like, that has nothing to do with me. And she keep calling me a hoe and ugly and stiff weave. Honey. Oh shit, hold on. Honey, stiff weave where? Come on now, act like you know. Get with the program, okay? Talk to me nice. So I'm like, yo. So moral of the story is, I'm talking to him and I'm like, listen, she needs to put some respect on my relationship. That's what she needs to do, because I will keep coming for her, and she gonna be tight that I'm gonna keep coming for her. He's like, you know, she's bitter, don't even worry about it, I'm not messing with her, I'm not, you know, I'm not dealing with her, whatever the case may be. So, you know, I stayed with him because I really liked him, and he was so good to me, and he never did anything to me. He never did anything bad to me, and you know, he was just a cool person, and I really fuck with him. So, long story short, you know, I don't know if she's still continuing to talk crap about me, but I always found, like, every time I posted him, my friend would tell me, yo, she's throwing shots at you, and I just stopped entertaining her, because, like, at the end of the day, you're gonna continue to throw shots, you're gonna continue to make up these scenarios, because she keeps making up shit like, oh, well, he was just with me last night, and I'm like, sweetie, no, he wasn't, I'm on the phone with him. I'm texting him right now, so he's not with you. Like how he with you, how he laid up with you, but he's still texting me and he's calling me. I'm on FaceTime with him. Like, what are you saying right now? And it just goes to show, like, how spiteful and how, you know, disgusting females could be, and how low they will stoop to you know, get a nigga back. You know what I'm saying? So I just stopped. I told him, like, listen, let her post a video of y'all together. Let her post screenshots. Let her post text messages, you know, stating that y'all together. Then I'll make my decision to leave you. So, you know, he's upset because he doesn't want me to leave him. And he's like, listen, like, let her do her. Like, let her keep talking crap. And I'm like, haters gonna hate. What you gonna do about it? Like, when you're on top, they're gonna want to bring you down. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would be tight if my nigga had a new girl and looked like this. I'm not even trying to be cocky. I'm not even trying. I would be tight. I'm like, yo, he leveled the fuck up on me. Like, I'm tight. So that's my boo. Joshua's dead, my boo. Like, that's my baby. So that's it for my story time. I hope you guys like it. Please subscribe, like, comment, do whatever. I don't really know what y'all do on YouTube, but I got more story times. This is raw, unedited. Like, this is real. This is the real deal. My mouth is crazy. So thank you guys for watching. I'm Pretty. Make sure you follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Snapchat. I do have Twitter, but I don't use it. All the information will be in the caption below. Bye, guys.